Hi there, welcome to this super quick video on how to open up an XML schema from a URL in Oxygen, the XML editor. Well, the first thing we need to do is find our URL that contains our schema. So it just so happens that I've already located the schema file for access to biological collections data. Usually you can just Google the name of the standard and find the documentation and figure out from there where you find the schema. It's usually not that difficult. The schema is pretty important, so usually most of these organizations make it pretty obvious where it lives. So in this case, the ABCD schema lives right here, ABCD 2.06 XML schema for validation. So I'm going to click there, and that opens up our schema. So what is the schema? Well, it determines the elements that go into a metadata standard. So the ABCD schema determines which elements are valid in the ABCD metadata standard. And the ABCD metadata standard provides documentation for biological collections data sets. So the important thing to know is that we need to grab this URL right here. Make sure you grab the whole thing. If it has an HTTP in front of it, make sure you grab that too. So this one does not. I'm just going to copy it, and you'll notice that this URL ends in XSD, meaning that this is an XML schema document or definition. Just make sure that you, as I said, that you grab the whole thing. So we're going to go back to Oxygen and click on our new icon, and instead of filling out anything here, we're going to go down to the bottom and click on Customize, and then paste our schema definition URL right there in the schema URL spot. And now you'll notice that root element datasets has come up. If you're doing this for the first time, your computer might think a second while Oxygen checks that URL, and it found that the root element should be datasets, so it put that in the root elements set. Sometimes you have a choice. If you're doing Dublin Core, you may be able to pick which element you want to be the root element, but in this case, datasets is chosen for us, and it's the container for one or more datasets. So at that point, I'm just going to click Create, and magically, I hope, maybe, yes, Oxygen has come through for us. Oxygen checks the URL and grabs the schema, and because Oxygen knows how to read XML schema, it can create this sort of skeleton XML document for us. So at this point, you would be able to start adding in the documentation for your data sets, and that will hopefully be another video. So we hope you found this helpful. If you have any problems or questions, please leave us a message in the comment section or send us an email, and we will try to get back to you. Thanks!